Hi guys, we're Neddie with another video on the channel, and it's been only about 3 or 4 days since I posted the last transfer centre video, and oh my god, the amount of signings, big signings has happened since then. We got so many to talk about, lads, and I'm excited to talk about all of them. I've got over 2 pages pretty much. Well, a page in the back, but that's kind of 2 pages, isn't it, at the end of the day? But if you guys want to look down here, I'm looking at all the transfers into concentrate myself. Unfortunately, my brain isn't that big, so I can't remember a lot about them. But I can remember about most of the players' details and my thoughts about how they'll do at the club. Please remember, lads, if any of you guys are on this channel and enjoying this type of content, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel, because we are grinding to 1.3k. Let's try and get that together, lads, okay? For the Shreddy Army, which, you know, might sound a bit cringy, but we go with it. So we got to our first player, which is Josh Windass from Wigan Athletic, who's now officially joined Sheffield Wednesday. He spent last season on loan at Sheffield Wednesday, very highly rated player. Unfortunately for Wigan, that he had a bad. He was bad morale in the dressing room, and I think he could do quite well at Sheffield Wednesday. I think he's a good player, but I do think he's another bad egg, a bit like Marcus Maddison. I think Marcus Maddison's a great player, but I think he's a bad egg in the dressing room. But there's no doubt he is a good striker, and I think he could do well at Sheffield Wednesday. Next up to that is Donny van der Beek joining Manchester United from Ajax on a 5-year deal with a 1-year option for 39 million. So I don't know where he's going to fit in the Manchester United teams. He definitely ain't a CDM. Because Manchester United usually play what do they usually play? I think they usually play a 4-4-1-1. I might be wrong with that, but I believe that's what they usually play. So it would be Bruno, Pogba. Would it be Van der Beek? He's going to fit in the team, unless Manchester United switch around the attack. Unless they're going very 4-2-3-1 narrow, and they play Donny van der Beek, left centre midfielder, right centre midfielder, and Bruno down the middle with Pogba and maybe Fred or somebody else as that centre midfielder. But I think he'd do quite well at Manchester United. I'd love to see him in the Premier League. Apparently he's heavily linked by Barca, and it shows that he has massive ambitions to go to the Premier League with a big club like Manchester United. The next player to talk about is another signing from Sheffield Wednesday. It is Kachunga, who's joined Sheffield Wednesday from Huddersfield on a free transfer. Kachunga is a very quick, talented winger. I love how they announced the Kachunga transfer, because it was basically, they showed a load of kits with him, the Sheffield Wednesday player nicking a card off Kachunga. You know, like a card which was, that card in that match playing Huddersfield, which told him tactics. Ross Wallace was, reading it. And, then they, switched it, and they put announce Kachunga on it, which I quite like that, actually. I mean, that was a great announcement. But anyway, boys, I think Kachunga, he's obviously a right midfield. He's definitely in the first team. I'll be surprised if he's in Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday have made some fantastic signings. I mean, they've got to try and stay in the division. I'll be surprised if they don't stay in the division. So the players which they've got at the moment should be promotion standard, let's face it. I'm very excited to see how they are going to do. The next player to talk about is Sean Scannell, who's joined Grimsby from Blackpool on a 2-year deal. He's a free agent after leaving Blackpool, so I said Blackpool because that was his last club. He's a good right midfielder, also played for Huddersfield in the Championship. He becomes Ian Holloway. I think it was 6th signing or 7th signing, I believe. I might be wrong. Or 12th, I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. I've gone from 6th to 12th. Mad. Anywhere between 1 and 12. Well, I think Sean Scannell is a fantastic winger. I think he'd do quite well at Grimsby. I think he's a League 1 player instead, and not a League 2 player, so I think he could do very well at League 2. Quite a quick winger. I think he also played for the Villa and all, which is not good for me anyway, but I don't mind, at the same time. So the other is Daryl Horgan, who's joined Wickham from Hibernia, 2-year deal. Ex-Preston right midfielder returns now back to the Championship for Wickham. Wickham makes some good signings, signed that big heart striker, and now signing a very talented right midfielder. They're the favourites to go down, but I think they might have enough in the tank to stay up. We don't know. I'm very excited to see them though in the Championship. They're not a Championship club, but they deserve it. They fought, from battling from relegation from League 2 to now getting promoted into the Championship. Honestly, it's absolutely surreal. Next player we talk about is Shane Duffy from Celtic, from Brighton, who's now joined Celtic on a season-long loan. Very good defender. He should help Celtic win their 10th title in a row. Honestly, a massive, massive addition. Shane Duffy, in my opinion, is mid-table Premier League defender. He was playing the Championship for Brighton and started playing a lot of first-team football for Brighton when they're in the Premier League. Obviously, I think this shows that it'll be Lewis Dunk and Ben White, who in my opinion both should be in the England squad. Lewis Dunk and Ben White, I think fantastic. So I've also got Webster in there for Brighton, so I think Brighton was good to get rid of him, but I think they should have got rid of him on a permanent. Next player to go now is Glenn Murray, who's joined Watford from Brighton a season-long loan. One thing about Glenn Murray, lads, he scores goals. He scores goals. He's a proven goal scorer. That is already... Watford have basically stamped their name in the Championship, in my opinion. Not on the title, but they've stamped their name forward. After appointing a new manager, which took a long while. And now they've gone to sign Glenn Murray, a very proven goal scorer, I think. Very talented with his feet in the air. He's always a threat, and you'd always expect him to score against him. I'm very excited. I'm very interested to see how teams like Watford, Bournemouth, and Norwich are going to do in the Championship. But I have got a Premier League predictions and Championship prediction video coming up. Next player to go is Barry Labala, who's joined Blackpool from Crawley on a 3-year deal. Barry Labala is honestly an absolutely fantastic winger, ex-Birmingham City winger and now Crawley Town winger. When he was at Birmingham, I didn't see too much potential in him. I thought he did a few good things here, but now he's cruising up the leagues, scoring 20 goals, 25 goals, 18 goals, 15 goals, getting hat-tricks, left, right and centre. He signed a 3-year deal with... I can't remember their nickname. Is it Tangerines? Blackpool? I might be wrong, something like that. But I think he's a great player. He's a great winger, and I think he could do very well at Blackpool. Next player to talk about is Robbie Dicky, who's now joined QPR from Oxford in a 4-year deal. Robbie Dicky played for Oxford quite a lot. One of the main reasons why they're doing so well in League One. Very central, solid, centre-back. I think it was the right club to go to. QPR, he's going to get game time there. I can't wait to see myself in the Championship to see how he's going to do, because let alone, I am a Birmingham fan. I'm a massive Championship fan. I love football so much, honestly. And, I'm very excited to see how he's going to do in the Championship. I think he's a very good defender. He played for Lincoln, I remember that. I think he went on loan to Lincoln from Oxford. And I think he could do very well at the centre-back, and I'm very excited to see how he's going to do. Next player to talk about is Tom Locker and James Bree, who's both joined Luton. Tom Locker from Charlton, James Bree from Villa, which I think is a fantastic signing for Luton, both of them. James Bree, a very young, talented right-back, which I think could do very well at Luton. And Tom Locker... something like that, I don't know. The Welsh centre-back, who's another fantastic time for Luton. I will be surprised if Luton go down, because they're doing very well at Nathan Jones. But I definitely do think they will be down in that fight. But I do think he's a great player, and I could see them doing bits this season, Luton, because they've done really well with Nathan Jones. Anyway, next player to talk about is Matty Cash, who's joined Villa from Nottingham Forest on a £14 million deal, which is a fee rising up to £17 million. Which I think that is an absolutely fantastic deal in my opinion. I think that might tell us someone like Gilbert is on his way off, but Villa have got rid of one right back for Matty Cash, which obviously Matty Cash isn't the replacement for James Bree, obviously. Matty Cash is a fantastic right back in my opinion. He can play left mid, right mid, centre mid, right back, just because he's very committed. I don't think it was the right move for him though. I think he should have stayed at Forest, got promoted with Forest, and then tried to go on further, because I think he could have done very well at Forest. But good sign for Villa nonetheless. I'd imagine him in the first team. He's priced to be easy. Definitely at Villa's quality. I think he suits Villa's quality very well. Players which are trying to fight against relegation, and passionate players which want to play for the football club, which that is what every club needs. Next player to talk about is Castang, who's officially joined Leicester City from Atlanta in a £21.5 million deal. Who's signed a 5-year deal at Leicester, which I think is a fantastic sign. He got Champions League semi-finals, with Atalanta. Honestly, he's a fantastic left back. Can also play left mid. And yeah, I'm very excited. The Belgium, he's obviously a replacement for Ben Chilwell. I was hoping Leicester could go for someone like Tagliafico or something like that, because I'd love to see Tagliafico over doing the Prem or in the top 5 leagues. Oh man, honestly, I can't breathe now the amount of players I'm talking about at the moment. Yeah, I think it's a fantastic signing for Leicester. Definitely fitting Leicester's team, obviously. I don't know who Leicester, if they have a backup left back. I think it's Fuchs, unless he's left. But I do think he's a good player. Next final player we'll talk about is another signing for Luton, which is Rhys Norton-Davies, who's officially joined Luton from Sheffield United on a season-long loan, which is a fantastic left back. I do feel like Luton need to massively improve, in my opinion, because clubs which are battling against relegation need to make marquee signings and stamp their name in the window. And Luton have just basically brought themselves an entire new defence, with Davies coming in, Locker, Bree, fantastic signings. I'm very excited to see how they're going to do at Luton again. I can't see where Luton are going to finish the championship, even though I can, because I've obviously got my predictions on them. And yeah, I'm very excited to see how they're going to do. He also played 34 games for Rochdale last season. Also played on the books at Swansea. Good player, not much more I can say. But anyways, that is going to be it for this transfer centre video. Please make sure if any guys have liked this, please make sure to drop it a like and a subscription. It'd be greatly appreciated if any guys could. But massive thank you to every one of you guys watching this video, lads. I love every single one of you. And yeah, hope you guys all will take care. Peace, lads. Love you all.